time to wrap it up for October the 10th, 2014. Monday's going to be a holiday, Columbus Day. It almost always kills the financials. Good chance gold, crude oil, and currencies will be really, really limited too. So that'll leave us with the indexes. And as I've said before, the indexes are a Chicago-based contract, and they can trade pretty well come Monday. So we'll be up and we'll be running, but probably not have a whole lot to work with. Famous last words, right? Hey, trading is fun, and I mean we're in the zone here. Not perfect, but we're usually 5 out of 6 on our calls. So we start off today wanting to sell. Failure to take out the 22 to 25 area. And this was the trade right there. You could have been short in the 20 area, and the market trades down to 15. So there was +3 for you. Our number 2 sell zone was 30 to 32. We hit it right there with deceleration. So on a V-top, you could have been short in the 27 area. On our setback trade setup, you were short in the 24 area. And the market is straight down to 7. This morning we had our buy zone in the 10 to 12 area, and felt if we got through that, then the next buy would be at 1900, that they would get stops below the other day's low and get followed through selling and stops below 1900. That did not happen. So the first 2 trades of the day produced really, really, really nice trades, and I mean 24 down to 7, you're talking about 15 plus points on that. Little head and shoulders, you could have been long in the 14 area. Market trades up to the green line, not a world's biggest trade, but a profitable trade. Retest failure right here. Short in the 15 area, give or take, and the market eventually trades down to 10. So really, really, really a good trade. On our last update, I said we thought we had one more shot at lower prices, but that way we'd close in the 17 area. So we're getting that shot at lower prices. And this is now the issue becomes, can we break it or take it out today? So great day trading the E-mini, and it's something that we are grateful for. It's nice to be able to play in that arena, as hard as that damn contract is to trade. And it is the world's toughest contract to trade, but because of the volatility and the fact that it can eat up a lot of volume, it's a good contract to trade. It's just not where you start out. Like Pete Stettlemyer told us a long time ago, you got to learn how to trade in corn before you step out. Lower high, lower low. We leave this screen a seller. News out of Baghdad isn't good. Oil prices are coming down. That does not help the stock market indexes. The turmoil and unrest around the globe is not good for traders. Investors hate instability and uncertainty. Businessmen hate uncertainty. They like it just the way it is. Volume is moving lower. We pointed this out earlier in these distributions. So volume is still moving lower through time. That favors a retest of the lows and or lower. So if we assume a close here in this 9 to 10 area, last rotate up in L stopped at 19, last rotate up in M period stopped at 14, so sell 1 will be 15 plus or minus 1. Sell 2 will be in this 20, say 19 to maybe as high as 23. We're opening this up a little bit. We've been using these little 2-point areas for the E-mini, but we've got a hell of a lot more volatility. They're talking about the VIX being at 22 plus now, when it was pretty common for it to be in the 10 to 11 area. So we got twice the volatility. You got to open it up a little bit. Buy side, assuming a close right here, buy 1 would be 5 to 7. We'll put a question mark by it. And I'm not afraid to buy 19s even, because somebody will cover their short there. And that's it for the E-mini. But you just have to, we look around for, it's so easy to get a big cloud over our head and, get down about everything. There's a lot to be upset about these days. But, we're the producers. We keep chugging along. We're going to make something happen. We're going to make lemonade out of lemons, so to speak. And you just can't forget that. Every day is an opportunity for us to utilize the skills that we've been given. And like several people have advised me previously, don't let the bastards get you down. I refuse to participate in the doom and gloom. Be aware of it, be cognizant, but don't participate. Okay, the note, the bond, sellers on the F1 screen. What does the F2 screen show? Well, shows a sideways day, a D pattern, definitely leaning B, and we've got a seller above 20. So again, if the E-mini is making a dive for the floor or the bottom of the C, we don't really want to be short. So we're going to sell failure to take out 20 to 24, then 27 to 31. On the buy side, I think we got pretty good support at 12 to 16, assuming a soft E-mini, and E-mini that's trading lower. If the E-mini is trading up, really that 4 to 8 area would be the area that I'd look to engage the market. So buy 1 would be the 12 to 16 area. Buy 2 would be 5 to 9. Looking at the 30-year, so pleased today actually have first level in the 30-year hold up. It's almost always second level in contract. So right now, the knob spread actually strengthened today, so we've got a D pattern, perhaps leaning P because of the knob spread. So pointed higher, so we're going to sell failure to take out 12 to 16, pretty much where we were this morning. Not really interested in being short. And then 19 to 23 will be sell 2. We're going to lean against that high right there at 21. On the buy side, 1 to 5 looks pretty good. It's more aggressive than the note for sure. May have to pay up if the E-mini is selling pretty heavily. And 25 to 29 for buy 2. I just think that this flight to quality argument is pretty hard to ignore these days. And if you want to sleep easy, you're long gold, you're long crude, and you're long treasury notes. Now that's not the pathway to wealth. It's the pathway to a good night's sleep. They are two different things. You can't forget that. And you're short the indexes. You've hedged your portfolio. Okay, gold. Pressure on Baghdad. That's pretty interesting. Kind of holding right here. We had a pretty good day trading gold. We got the support area pretty good. We missed on the buy area. So again, we're holding in here, and here's the volume that's controlling the activity. It's at 18. So we're a buyer at 18 to 20. We're leaning against that high volume number. We're a buyer in this 10 to 12 area. Skip the 15. We're going to probably get a setup for it in our 18 to 20 buy. The sell zone, sell 1 is 25 to 28, and then 30 to 33 is sell 2. Now, if Baghdad's head, so to speak, is on the sawing block, not the chopping block. Price of gold can take off. There was an agreement signed between Russia and the Ukraine where the rebels would honor each other's territory and they'd stop shelling each other. We've heard that before. Hopefully it holds for the people that live in those areas. But it's amazing how we can't even shoot at people for fear of being held accountable for collateral damage or killing civilians. And the bad guys around the world put children and babies out in front of them and put their headquarters in hospitals and places like that. And they hide people in trucks and cars with red crosses on it. They don't hesitate to shoot up anything with a red cross on it that we have. So I know we're better than that. We're not supposed to play by those rules. We don't, but the rules that we've got these days are more than restrictive. It just, I mean, it makes you a damn sitting duck when you get out there with the bad guys. And they are bad guys. They're not good guys. And when you look at what happens to the civilian populations when these crews roll through, it is ugly. Okay, 86 and a quarter, sell 1 on crude. Sell 2s are 50 to 75. The buy's pretty interesting. Last rotate down stopped at 85. We're at 72, so 85 and a quarter. We'll give it a little bit of room. Buy 1. Then 50 to 75 for buy 2. Okay, on London's opening, if the news is not any worse than it is this afternoon, we can get short crude to see if we can retest this little breakout area here at 85. And if 85 holds up, we can trade from the long side. But the misery that's being spread through the Middle East right now, and I know it goes back to the breakup of the Ottoman Empire, but it's no quarter ask, definitely none given in that part of the world, and there's the bloodletting. I mean, it's nothing to be sneezed at. And last but not least, the euro. The euro's definitely pointed lower inside the congestion area. We're dealing with a V, I believe. Open up the scale here a little bit and see what it looks like. And maybe a P on this scale. But we are pointed lower. Do an I split here. We're trying to trade lower, so this last rotate down here stopped basically at 26.05, so 26 even, 10 will be buy 1. Round number, somebody will cover their shorts, and then 75.85 will be buy 2. On the sell side, 30 to 40, sell 1. And then 50 to 60, sell 2. That's about it for me. I got to make 2 more videos, and I will be out of here. You all have a great weekend, and hopefully we'll get more moisture over the next couple of days here. But they say the rain blows out tonight. We didn't get very much. It went north of us again, and we need it. So we've had a great week. No reason to expect next week not to be better. We are shaking that CME, ATM, that money tree on a regular basis. Life is good as a trader. Y'all have a great weekend. I'm out of here.